Hey there! Welcome to Totally Tea and Tarot. My name is Madame Onca, and this is the thing that we do. Thanks for being here. Here's the tea part, a lovely homemade cup by my friend Lance Gardner. And one of the things we like to do in this series, as we work our way through a variety of decks, is also check on the herbs that have been corresponded by interested parties. So today, with Totally Tea and Tarot, we are doing the Three of Wands, and in the Herbal Tarot, those folks chose to correlate saffron to this particular card. So here we go. That is a colorful flavor. It is rare and it is precious, and it is supposed to be allegedly not only is saffron good for the eyes, but it is also an antidepressant. So say the herbal lore folks, which of course is a great thing, as we're here squarely in the midwinter. It's the middle of February right now, and I don't know about where you are, but it's been a little cold and a little sluggish. These are the doldrums of the year, so drink up your saffron, and let's talk about cards. So. Again, I'm Madame Onca. It's Totally Tea and Tarot, and today we are going to talk about the Three of Wands. And what we have been doing in this series here on the interwebs is also looking at three different decks. So today I'm introducing two new decks. There's this deck, which is my deck, the World Spirit Tarot, which I made and many years ago. It's now in its second edition, and I persevere in working with this in this series, because I know it so well. It is a very traditional deck in that it essentially riffs on the wisdom of Pamela Coleman Smith with a bit of a global perspective. I liked the idea of representing lots of different kinds of people, different colors, different body types, different gender fluidity, all that kind of good stuff. Inclusivity, that was what I was going for. So this is essentially a Rider-Waite-Smith style deck. So we're going to talk about that. But today I'm also introducing a deck that is brand new to me. This is the Steampunk Tarot, if you can get a good look at that. And the book for this and the inspiration for this, although the art is fantastic as well, the book was written by Barbara Moore, who I was very excited when I was a wee artling and first randomly submitting my art and tarot work to publishers that I got out of the front of paper books in stores because we didn't have the internet. Barbara was the person who was nice enough to get back to me and tell me that my work was worthy, and she walked me through the process of having Llewellyn publish it. So I'm happy to support Barbara in her turn, because this is a well-written book. And you can see there's some nice, again, essentially Rider-Waite-Smith style art with, of course, the steampunk aesthetic. And I have to admit, I don't know anything about where this deck came from. When I grabbed it to bring over to the studio here, I thought at first that it was going to be the Cosmic Tribe Tarot, because I saw at a glance that it was sort of Photoshoppy. If you know what this is, please contact me. Let me know. What happens when you have a lot of tarot? When you are a tarot identified, people give you stuff. So this is a deck that involves a lot of photographic images of people that I assume are real people in someone's life, and I don't know a lot about it. It is very I would say it's a mix of the Rider-Waite and a touch of the Crowley Book of Thoth aesthetic. Anyway, so if you know what this is, please let me know. What we see, first of all, three wands. Wands, of course, is the suit. It speaks to fire, creative fire, passion, and the ability to manifest. The idea that you can take something from the raw potential and genuinely create something three-dimensional, something transformative. So with the three, in this image, we just get a general sense of blooming, and there's sort of a sense of springy prosperity about the card. And of course, this artist chose to add add flames and heat, and it says foundation. So there's a sense, it's almost like an arbor, as if they have built an arch for things to climb. If we want to get a little bit more literal in our imagery, here we see a becoated figure with their with the long view and their lanterns, and they are looking out over the sea. There's this sense here that you have made an investment in yourself, your work, your ideas, your community, and you're starting to see a return. So here we see this person with their long view looking out over the big vista, and they appear to be not struggling exactly, but they are working to hold these lanterns up, perhaps to communicate with the folks out there in the boats. Now, I believe it was Rachel Pollack who described this as a gateway card. I can't say enough good things about Rachel's books, so please go read everything Rachel's ever written. So you see in here, I really wanted to create that sense of an actual gateway. And there's this leaping in the air. You have made an initial investment and your ship is coming in. Now, this is not the be-all and end-all. It's not that you've arrived, but it's more like the validation from the universe that the work you're putting out wants to flourish, wants to bloom. So there's a sense of jubilation and a little bit of doing well. There's a full satchel. This person has kicked off their golden sandals. There's some. And although the sticks are just sticks, the person appears to be well turned out and festive. So I was trying to create this sense, again, that you put out that initial effort, that due diligence in that ace and that two of wands. And here we see your ship beginning to come in. I love this card. Let's review that imagery once again. Thinking about saffron, thinking about warm flavors. And here we see everything about this sort of says something about adventure, something about investment, and something about things coming through for you. So that's pretty much what these have to say today. We're going to keep working our way through this series. Again, this is totally tea and tarot. And let me mention, speaking of your ship coming in, I will be taking folks to Tuscany, Italy. Of course, the tarot cards enter the historic record in Italy. And I will be there this summer in June. I look forward to taking folks to the Giardino di Terracino. I apologize for my pronunciation. There's a big tarot garden in Tuscany where a rather mythic artist got very excited and spent her whole life building this giant, very sort of surrealist garden. It's very striking. And, we'll hike and bike and eat and drink and do all the other sort of things. There's a yoga teacher on the tour as well. So it should be lots of fun. And you can find out more about that at Ren Adventures, REN or you can look me up on the internet. I'm on Patreon as Madame Onca, ONCA. I'm on the Etsy. I have the Facebook page, which is World Spirit Tarot. So I hope that you've learned something. Keep drinking your saffron, and we will talk very soon.